I was in London over the last summer, right? It was like me and 5 other castmates. We were doing like a Wild 'N Out tour across the country, and we're talking to some of the locals about the language barrier. Because people in London, like, they speak English, but not really. Like, if I say personality, they'll be like, personality. You'd be like, there's more letters in there. You're leaving a couple out, but I see what you're saying. Tomato, tomato, I get it, okay. And I was talking to one dude, he was explaining to me how, like, they have different names for things. They call things different names than we call them. And the example he used was, like, instead of calling them, like, boxers or underwear, he called them, it's Knickers, knickers, which was dope news for me because I just talked about my underwear the whole time and nobody could say shit. Like, I just turned into Denzel, walk around in just my boxers. People be like, what are those? I'd be like, my knickers. People be like, oh, those are dope. I'd be like, thank you, they're my favorite pair. I die for my knickers. I was skinny dipping. The girl's like, you're not gonna take those off? I was like, knickers, please, come on. Are like Calvins right now? White people, if you have a speech impediment, do not repeat that. It's a very fine grammatical line to walk. It's a weird world, man. Like, I feel like words just have too much power. You know, white people can't say certain things around black people, just like black people, y'all can't do certain things around white people. Like, reach for your driver's license. Real shit. Look how uncomfortable all the white people got. It's real shit though. You have to be able to talk about like real things happening. I told that joke in Long Beach like 3 weeks ago, right? And this lady actually came up to me after the show to complain about it. It was a white woman because white people love to be offended for other people. It's our favorite extracurricular activity. It's kind of serious, but it has a funny point to it. This lady comes back after the show. She was like, I don't think you should do that joke. I was like, what joke? I knew which one. I don't think it was the Amish thing that set her off. Like, highly unlikely. She comes up to me and she's like, I don't think you should do that joke, like the one about black people or whatever, just because like, I don't think you should do it because like, I don't know, you say you grew up with a black best friend. Who's got their alarm right now? Who's taking naps at this hour? Like, fuck out of here. It's been 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. I gotta restart my character. This lady comes up to me. I've told the joke. She comes up to me. She's like, I don't think you should do that joke because of like how you come off. Like you say you grew up with like black best friends. Like you talk the way you do. Like you dress the way you do. Like I feel like you're just coming across like something like you're not. Like you come across acting like a wigger. And I was like, first of all, nobody has said wigger since Malibu's Most Wanted came out. Like, that's not a thing anymore. She was like, okay, well then, how do you explain it? I was like, okay, let me put it this way. I'm 21 years old in the year 2017, an era where, let's say, hip-hop music is one of the largest genres of music in the entire world, celebrated by everybody. So because I dress a certain way, talk a certain way, or hang out with certain people, like, the world shouldn't be split up into, like, black people do this, white people do this. If you try to do something another culture's doing, you're trying to, like, take away and be something you're not. Like, that divides us, not brings us together. Now, if you think about it, my entire generation basically is cultural appropriation. Which, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when you take a part of someone else's culture, incorporate it into yourself, your art form, whatever it is you do to better yourself where you're putting it towards. And she goes, you don't find that to be stealing. I said, no, it's learning. Because if you think about it, the more you learn about someone, the more you understand them, right? Yeah. The more you understand them, the more likely you are to get along with them, right? So it's all about common ground. For example, when I walked on stage, I'm sure every dude in here was like, man, I got nothing in common with this dude, probably not gonna like him, probably not gonna think he's funny. But as soon as I come up here and say something like, who in here like big titties? All those guys are like, let's give him a chance.